We are live.
We are live, huh? Hello, YouTubes. Hello, everyone. Hi, Allie. You're not on YouTube. You're just here in the store. You're a real life person.
I am a real life person.
Unlike those fake people out there on YouTube. Yeah. They're not real people out there. No one's real. And from their perspective, we're not real. So it's all an illusion, boys and girls. Welcome. What is real? That's actually a very good question. What is? Allie and I are going to sit down today and wax philosophic for 2 hours.
Okay.
Allie, have a seat. No, don't.
No.
I don't have 2 hours of philosophy in me. All right. Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to our live, where we go live once a week here on the YouTubes and connect people with the heritage. So if anyone in your family tree is from Ireland, from Scotland, from Wales, put the surname of those people down in the comments, and we're going to look up if there's any tartans associated with your name. This is not our normal live that we do once a month. We're still doing that on this Friday, where we answer like full-blown, long-winded questions. Today's more of a short-form kind of format. So if you want us to look up your tartan, or if you have any questions you want me to answer off the cuff, no script, not that we have a script on the other show either, put it in the comments and I'll answer.
Who are we?
Who are we? I actually have no idea.
That's great.
We're USA Kilts. We have a kilt shop here in the US where we actually make kilts on site directly above my head and have a full Highland wear store. Give them a spin for, everything you need, from sporns to belts to buckles to kilt hose to flashes to scarves to neckties to people named Allie. We have it here at USA Kilts. Indeed. And the tools that we use for looking up people's tartans are two things. We use our website, which is usakilts.com. And if you type in your surname on our website will show you any tartans that are associated with your surname. And then the other tool that we're using today is all these swatch books. So whether it's House of Edgar, Loch Heron, Martin Mills, Strathmore, Batley's, Welsh Tartan Center, all these swatch books are all the tartans that are stock supported in the UK and woven in the UK. So do we have anyone out there actually paying any attention to us yet?
I do have a name for you.
Sure. What name do we got?
Gould?
G-O-U-L-D?
Yes.
All right. G-O-U-L-D. All right. Gould is an Irish name as well as a Scottish name. It's commonly found in Ireland in County Cork. So grab the County Cork tartan, is that one right there. And in Scotland, it's commonly found in Perth. So that is the Perthshire district tartan right there. And if you guys have any questions for us about kilts, about tartan, about Highland wear, about pleating, about measurements, anything like that, we can answer those types of questions for you as well. All right, what do you got?
Clark.
Clark. Clark. And I am going to ask you guys, if you don't mind, double tap the screen to give me a heart or give me a like. And if there's anyone you know who may want to see what their tartan is, if your buddy Sean Smith or Steve Sanders or whatever, you think they have a Scottish, Irish, Welsh sounding last name, or you think that they're very proud of their heritage, they have their coat of arms in their house on the wall, forward this live stream to them right now, text them, tell them to get over here. We're looking up their tartans as well. So that is the Clark Ancient tartan right there.
All right. Tim says hello from Central New York.
Howdy.
Jim requests McClune from the Galloway region.
M-C-C-L-U-N-E?
G at the end.
U-N-G.
Yes.
McClung. But two C's, correct?
Correct.
And is it Galloway or
yes.
Galway?
Galloway.
Galloway. Hold on one second. I want to try a couple different spelling variations because I can show you Galloway. McLung. Yeah, I'm looking up Mac-Lung, M-A-C-L-U-N-G, and it's showing Galloway as well. So my data is agreeing with your data. So that is Galloway Hunting muted. There is a Galloway Red muted as well. Let me see if I can find that in the Loch Heron book. Give me 1 minute. See if they actually have it in here. And if they don't, I will curse their name to the heavens. There it is. That is the Galloway Red Modern. There we go. Next.
Hamilton.
Hamilton. Hamilton. Hamilton, Hamilton. Here we go. So we have Hamilton Green Ancient, Hamilton Green Modern, and Hamilton Red Modern.
Side request from our Hamilton friend. They also request Ulster.
Nothing in here. Ulster. There we go. So we have the Ulster Red Modern, and then we have the Ulster Weathered tartan right there. Very good.
All right. Rich says, howdy from Texas.
Howdy.
He's really enjoying his first kilt from us. It's a Mitchell semi-trad.
Nice. Excellent. Thank you.
Hall from the Borders.
Hall. Hall.
Yes.
Okay. And thank you for buying kilt from us. I appreciate it. Hall is a Scottish name commonly found in Fife. So, as the Fife district tartan right there. Anything else out there?
I got another request for Clark.
Clark. All right, I can show you Clark again.
The Clarks are coming in hot today.
Sure. And guys, start asking questions because this is going to be a long, boring 2 hours of me staring directly through the camera into Kristen's soul. Right,
Thank you.
Kristen's soul, right there. Yep. That is the Clark Ancient right there. And here, I'm going to show you something with Clark. So, that's the Clark Ancient, and this is the Clergy Ancient. Very, very, very similar. Clergy is based on the Clark tartan. Often they're kind of interchanged in a lot of places. Next.
Hey.
Hey. Hey, you.
Clan Hay.
Got it. Hey. There we go. That is the Hay Ancient, Hay Modern, and Hay/Leith Modern. Very good. Any questions about anything?
I've got a few more names.
Sure.
Ross.
Ross. And how many people do we have out there?
There's 30 people with us right now.
Very good. Everybody that's with us, please comment. Give me a name. Give me any tartan. Any tartan you want to see, put it in the comments and I'll show it to you. So we have Ross Hunting Ancient, Ross Hunting Modern, Ross Hunting Weathered, Ross Red Modern. Even if it's not your tartan, just one you want to see, in person, or if there's a tartan you want to see if there's a good tweed that matches for it or anything like that, ask those in the comments too. Next.
Thompson Blue Dress.
Thompson Blue Dress. That's a good one. Thompson. There we go. There's the Thompson Blue Dress tartan right there. That's a weird one. Here, actually, I'll go into a little bit of a tangent here. It's one that a few different places actually do. Gray, hunting. Yeah, it's not there. A few places do it, and they do the colors for the blue differently. There, Thompson Dress. This is, for instance, this is. Well, it's not too different. All right, never mind. I'm lying. I think Martin Mills did it in like a real weird, like almost like navy-ish kind of blue. And now I'm gonna check. Yeah, it was Martin Mills. Hold on. Do it in a. There it is. Yeah, they do a much darker version of it. So I'll compare that to that one. It's a lot more of like a purpley-ish royal, dark, a navy royal, if that makes
Cobalt?
sense. Blue. Yeah, cobalt. Yeah, you're getting
Cobalt.
there. Yeah, there you go. One of those. All right, next.
Blair.
Blair. That's a good one. Blair. That is the Blair Modern tartan right there.
All right, I've got a question now.
Sure.
What's the most traditional pleating? We showed off 2 different types on our Facebook page the other day, and this is coming from Wendy. She's just curious which style is considered more traditional.
Neither is really traditional or less traditional. Kilts started out, think of it this way. Here's the quick evolution. Kilts started out as a great kilt, the Feel More. So it was big, long length of cloth that they would physically just knife pleat, just gather, and it wasn't even really pleating, it was more just folding the cloth, one direction, one direction, one direction to get it pleated, slide a belt underneath it, lay down on it, wrap it around, you whip-de-doo-dah, pull it up over the shoulder, you got your great kilt. So that is what you could call either rolled pleating, if you want to call it that, or knife pleating, because they all went one direction. There are older examples of box pleating. So it's, where there's, the crease comes on both sides. So if you're looking down the pleat, it's kind of a Z shape where it goes, hits in the middle, goes back underneath itself, and then comes back and, meets in the bottom. There's a bunch of Z's back to back to back to back. Is the best way to describe a box plate. Sort of like a cheerleader skirt, frankly. And then there's also another historical style of pleating called reverse Kenyusi pleating or reverse Kenyusi pleating, where it's knife pleated one direction on one side and then the other direction on the other side. Utila kilts actually use reverse Kenyusi pleating. The difference is reverse Kenyusi, the pleats all wrap around and meet at a center box plate in the back, and then Kenyusi pleating, there's a wide box plate in the back, and the pleats all wrap forward towards the front of the kilt. It's kind of the geeky long way of saying, and none of these are really more or less historical. They've all existed. They're styles of pleating. So wearing it with a kilt, I'd say knife pleating or rolled pleating, which is just knife pleating without a real sharp edge, is probably the most historical, not traditional, but historical. Today, and frankly from the 1920s through today, the most common style, I'll use the word common, is knife pleating. Cool, good question. Next.
How about the surname Marsh?
Marsh. M-A-R-S-H?
Yeah.
All right, nothing came back for the surname Marsh. That does sound Irish-esque. If you know the county that your family was from, put that in the comments and we can look that up for you. Next.
What about the surname Ruffin? R-O-U-G-H-A-N.
R-U-G-H-A-N?
R-O-U-G-H-A-N.
R-O-U-G-H-A-N. R-O-U-G-H-A-N. Nothing came back for R-O-U-G-H-A-N.
How about County Limerick?
County Limerick? That I can absolutely do. All right. Limerick. That is the County Limerick tartan right there. Very good.
Kind of an interesting query, I guess. This is from Alien Truth Seeker 666, naturally. Hello from Germany.
As you do.
Did German nobles wear any specific tartans visiting their royal cousins in Scotland?
Maybe. Nothing specific that I am aware of. A lot of, when you look at the history of monarchies and royal families across the globe, a lot of them intermarried to maintain power or to consolidate power and that kind of thing. So if you're, even if you're German, you might travel to Scotland to visit your, distant cousin who's the king of whatever. So yeah, and while you are in a locality, you observe local customs. And if that local custom is wearing the kilt, wearing tartan, yes, you would probably wear tartan when you went there. That said, I have no examples of, yes, German Royal X wore tartan Y when he visited Edinburgh in, 1792. I have no examples of that. I would just say that they would probably wear what was available and readily available probably when they got there. Good question. And
Go ahead.
hello from Germany, or hello to Germany.
What would be a good tartan for Santa Claus, excluding the restricted one?
A good tartan for Santa Claus, excluding the restricted one. I'm assuming he means the clan claws tartan. It's not really restricted, it's just controlled. A good tartan for Santa Claus. What do you think? What is yours, Kristen?
I kind of want to say the St. David's tartan.
St. David's? Okay, okay. I see where you're going with that. So, Kristen's going Welsh. And that is the St. David's tartan right there. At the vertical, reddish, rusty red, because it's where the red and the green overlap, and green tartan right there. That would not be bad for Santa. Depends on the type of Santa.
Yeah.
If we're going like super bold red, obviously Royal Stewart. One that's kind of a little bit of a dark horse that I would probably say there is Drummond of Perth. That one would be, in my mind, good for Santa if it's a nice loud Santa. If we're going for something a little bit softer for Santa, I could see, where are you? County Galway working. You know, got the gold, got the green in there, and like a softer red. Yeah, or something a little more like County Clare, where it's a little more brickish kind of red. So those are ones I would get for Santa. Absolutely.
Nice.
Nice.
Surname, McKee.
MCKEE.
Yes.
Whoops. Is that the Eagles quarterback that was put in the third string
Oh, God.
the other day?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I was all in on Kenny Pickett, and then he was gone too.
Yeah. Well, he'll probably be back. He just got the, stuffing knocked out of him. So, McKee is an Irish name commonly found in County Antrim. It's a sept of MacDonald, and it's also a sept of Mackay. So, this is the County Antrim right there. It is a sept of MacDonald, that's MacDonald Ancient, MacDonald Modern, MacDonald Weathered, and it's also a sept of Mackay, which we got Mackay Ancient, Mackay Modern, Mackay Weathered, and Mackay Blue. There you go. Next.
Going back to Marsh.
Yes.
The story they heard is that they're from the Scottish lowlands / borderlands. They know it's a stretch, but that's what they know.
Okay. Okay. That doesn't help me a lot. Trying to think if there's the Shepherd tartan, which is bordered, it's a clan in the borders. Yeah. There may be some regional. So if you, no, it's not really, I was going to say it's not really, I have Scottish district tartans. I know like Edinburgh has one, Glasgow has one. So I can show you those, but it's not really borders. Borders is down further. And I'm not sure what regions are down there to say, oh, here's the tartan for that region kind of thing. So I can't help you too much, unfortunately. Sorry. Kristen.
What about the surname Spencer?
Spencer. Nothing for the surname Spencer. It sounds German, does it not? Kinda, maybe? Okay. Nothing for the surname Spencer.
Question, do we have a video teaching someone how to iron the creases in a kilt, or / would we make one?
Iron the creases in a kilt. We may. The issue that we have is that the equipment that we have here is more industrial. So we have like vacuum ironing tables, and we have a boiler and an iron that's basically just shoots out steam. The easiest way I would say to off the cuff tell you how to iron something is if you have, I would get a piece of melamine, something that's thick. It's about, you can get like Home Depot, they can get them on like 4 foot by 8 foot sheets. And they come like 3/4 inch thick, and they have a hard surface. It feels like melamine, it feels like a plasticky kind of surface on the thing. What we used to use before we had access to the stuff that we have now, is we got a sheet of melamine, put down, a little bit of soft cotton or something, like an old bed sheet or something like that on top of there, and then laid the kilt out. And then we'd use a regular, home steam iron, as well as a press cloth. So what's press cloth? Great question. Press cloth is basically just a piece of cloth that you don't care if it gets ruined. And it's as plain as you can get. So whether it's an old handkerchief, an old pillowcase, something like that, you just rip it so it's essentially one layer of material. Get it wet, get the kilt, lay it out, get the pleats essentially where you want it, put the press cloth wet, damp, on top of the kilt, and then press down and steam through the actual cloth. The reason why I use a piece of melamine, when we first started, I used to use an old portable ironing table, one of the ones that, you pull it up and it goes up. But through the pressure that you have to put onto the kilt to get a nice crisp pleat, I was actually bending the ironing table down, then I would pick it back up and bending it down. So we ended up getting just a nice flat, hard surface that you can really put your weight into. And then the press cloth, again, you get the press cloth, either an old handkerchief or something like cotton. It's plain colored, not red, like an old red bandana. Get something just plain colored. Get it wet, wring it out so it's just damp, lay it out, and then really get up on it. And that'll help you set the creases in the pleat pretty nicely. I hope that helps. Next.
If I'm attending a wedding, should I wear our family tartan or go with the wedding colors?
It's really up to you. If you have more than one kilt, what you want to wear is up to you. So if it is your family wedding, like it's your cousin or your brother or whatever, if you're in the wedding party, do what they tell you to do. If you're just going to the wedding, then I would say you can wear what you want, unless there's a specific dress code, like all black or all green or whatever. That's kind of weird, but some people do it. So I would say wear whichever one you feel more comfortable in, which one you can dress up nicer. So if you have a Sporran and a Prince Charlie and you have it in your mind's eye and your spouse says, no, I want you to wear this one because I like the way you look in this particular outfit and it matches my dress better, cool, wear that one. If you have a St. David's tartan or a American Dream tartan or something else that's universal and you just like the look of it better, or it matches the wedding colors, then great, wear that one. If you want to wear that one, there's no right or wrong answer for that. It's just whatever, it's personal preference. It's what you want to wear as long as you're dressed for the appropriate level of, formality, so to speak.
Just a fun comment that I think is great. Marvelous Mello says, is that David Barr standing behind you?
What's going on, Mello? No, this is not David Barr, although David Barr's a little bit taller than that. David Barr does have a very similar outfit.
Hi,
Who is this?
Ian.
Ian, are you about to propose to me again?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I have to turn you down again. I told you, Ian, I'm married.
You've said no 4 times already. Do you really gonna make me hear it 5 times?
Yes, unfortunately. That's Ian, boys and girls. Okay, next.
All right, Armstrong.
Armstrong. So we have Armstrong Ancient and Armstrong Modern. And I am curious, everybody, how did you hear about this? So, excuse me, down in the comments, tell me, are you just scrolling through your YouTube feed and shorts and you happened across this video? If so, let me know in the comments. And also, please subscribe. Second, did you hear about us through my YouTube not YouTube, so check that, my Facebook little story saying, hey, come watch me live? Or did you get a notification from YouTube? We're trying to crack the YouTube algorithm and see how to get in touch with people. So let me know in the comments how you heard about this live stream. Kristen, give me a name while the people are answering.
Morrison.
All right. And how are people hearing about it?
A few people saying just scrolling. Wanted to buy kilts, so I found you guys, subscribed, and got the notification. Facebook story, notification, Facebook posting.
Okay, so a few from all things. I'm happy that YouTube actually served us to people in the shorts feed about frickin' time. So if you found us through the shorts feed, please subscribe. So we have Morrison Green Ancient, Morrison Green Modern, Morrison Green Weathered, Morrison Red Ancient, and Morrison Red Modern. Next.
Oh, Kinfolk is joining us.
Oh, what's up, kinfolk?
They said the YouTube algorithm fed us this one. Guess they're finally perfecting it.
Nice. About freaking time. And congratulations to kinfolk on getting to, 10,000 followers on Facebook. If you guys have not heard of kinfolk, since we're on YouTube, check out their YouTube channel. Awesome musicians. Very, very nice people. Kind as the day is long. And they play great music. So go check out kinfolk. Next.
O'Brien.
O'Brien. All right, so O'Brien is an Irish name commonly found in counties Waterford, Tipperary, Limerick, and Clare. Very good. Next.
What about Ray?
R-A-Y?
R-A-E.
R-A-E. I'm going to say Macrae. Well, I'm going to see. Oh, no, hold on. I have to type things correctly. R-A-E. Yep, Macrae. So, the surname Ray is a sept of Macrae, or Macrae, depending on how you enunciation it. So, we have Macrae Red Modern, Macrae Dress Modern, Macrae Hunting Ancient, Macrae Hunting Modern, and Macrae Hunting Weathered. That's all for the surname Macrae. Next.
McWethy. M-C-W-E-T-H-Y.
M-C-W-E-T-H-Y.
Yes.
McWethy. Nothing
Ian's
came back for the surname. Nothing came back for the surname McWethy. If you know what county your family was from, put that in the comments and we'll look it up. Next.
What about O'Neill? N-E-A-L.
Oh. If you can all hear the noise that's going on, that's someone upstairs, either on the serger or winding a bobbin. If you can't hear it, then don't worry about it. Nothing came back for O'Neill. N-E-A-L. Try N-E-I-L. O'Neill, N-E-I-L, is an Irish name commonly found in Waterford, County Down, and County Antrim. And the one thing I always point out, don't get super hung up on the name variant spellings. So if it's O'Neill, E-A-L versus E-I-L, or whether it's Callahan with a G-H or with an L-L, or without the G-H, when names, spelling conventions of names and standardization of the spelling of names was not really a thing until the mid-1800s. So if your family emigrated to the U.S., when they came through, the immigration port, it was just, if they didn't know how to spell their name and the agent just sounded it out and just wrote it down how it sounded, this is how you spell your name now. So if it's O'Neill, N-E-A-L, it may have been E-I-L across in Scotland, but now it may be E-A-L just because that's, how it was translated when it came across, if you will. Cool. Next one.
All right, Noland. They believe it's
D?
a sept of Cleland.
N-O-L-A-N-D?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Noland. Nothing came back for the surname Noland. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to try McClelland. Helps when I spell it right. It's going to be McClellan. All right, McClellan, yes. Where is it? All right. McClellan. It's going to be a sept of McClellan, which is, there we go, H-Y-S-L-O-P.
Yes.
I knew there. Really? Nothing? Y-S-L. I thought there was. Okay, there is a Hislop tartan. This one was designed in 1992. So it's not super old. Let's come over here. I'll show it to you. This is on the Scottish Register of Tartans. That is the Hislop tartan according to the Scottish Register. Now, none of the mills stock support it as a tartan that they actually just weave, and I can call up and order a few yards, but it does exist. It is registered. It can be custom woven. It's just a lot more money. Next.
How do Strathmore's old colors compare to ancient and muted?
Okay, that's actually a very good question. So, we're going to go into my personal rants here. Are you
Personal rant?
People are always up for a rocky personal rant.
A rocky rant.
Rocky rant. Okay, so this is Strathmore's old colors. This is Loch Heron's ancient. Show you a different. There you go. There's another Loch Heron ancient color. Trying to get one with the same colorway. There we go. So, pretty damn close. Now, here, my friends, is where the rant comes in. So, this is House of Edgar's ancient colors. They're green. Here, let's do this in the window. Follow me. Field trip. It actually looks more similar over here. The blue is really what bugs the hell out of me. Look at the blues. Okay.
I can see
Get in there close. So, the blue in ancient or old colors from Strathmore, or ancient from Loch Heron, ancient from Martin Mills, all looks essentially like that. The blue from House of Edgar it's not great. It's not great. It's just not great. And the green, again, it's a little grassier than the others. So here's my complaint. Here's an actual, well, the complaint is, it looks different. As far as I'm concerned, if it's a mill and they're weaving I'm answering a question they didn't ask. My rant is House of Edgar's ancient colors suck. I've always said that, hate it, don't like it. I would say if you lay out a particular tartan from Loch Heron, Strathmore, Martin Mills, and House of Edgar, all side by side, and ask somebody if they're looking for, Davidson Ancient from all the different mills, which one do you like the best? Vast majority of people will pick anything but House of Edgar's. Now, to the question of why did I call it old colors? I don't know. They just did it to be different. That annoys the hell out of me too. So on our website, we call Strathmore's old colors ancient because it puts them alphabetically with the rest of the ancient tartans. There's particular tartans like Macmillan. There's a tartan called Macmillan Old, and that one, Strathmore was like, well, if they call it Macmillan Ancient Old Colors versus Macmillan Old Ancient, which everyone else calls it. So they just kind of the differentiator of ancient versus old they use for the tartan itself, not the colors, and vice versa for the other mills. It's very confusing. It basically just Strathmore uses the word old and ancient, the exact opposite that every other mill does. So as far as I'm concerned, call it ancient, and I'll let Strathmore figure out what I mean by saying, here's the one that I want. I don't care what you call it, just send me that one. That's what I'm going to sell to the customer. So I hope that didn't sound rude. I like Strathmore. They're nice. Okay, next. Sorry for randomly going way out of bounds there. Simpsons. All right. Nothing for the surname Simpsons. Looking for Simpson is a sept of Fraser.
We also have someone asking if there is a Fraser dress. So I don't know if...
Is there a Fraser dress tartan? None that are commercially stocked. I can look at that in a minute. I'll look it up in the register. Yep. So, Simpson is a sept of Fraser. So we have Fraser Hunting Ancient, Fraser Hunting Modern, Fraser Hunting Weathered, Fraser of Lovett Modern, Fraser Old Ancient. So this is one of those that I was just talking about, the old and ancient words. So this one is Fraser Old Ancient. This is Fraser Clan Modern and Fraser Clan Weathered. What was the other thing you asked about?
Is there a dress?
Fraser dress?
Yeah.
I will find out. So, Fraser, let me see. Fraser Arisade, Fraser Dress. Here, okay. Come on over. I'm going to show you a bunch of different ones. So, this one is called Fraser Arisade number 2, Fraser Arisade Red Dance Tartan. This one's called Fraser Dress. Now, I'm going to click on it and show you up bigger. Tartan dates to about 1938. Okay, that's older than I thought it was going to be. Described as the modern set, was noted in Selfridge's department store in London, 1938.
Wow.
Okay, so this goes back to Selfridge's department store in London. So that's weird. It may, what was happening with the registration of tartans before throughout time, is that it wasn't really a government agency doing a particular way until the mid-2000s. Before that, it was the Scottish Tartans Authority. Before that, it was the Scottish Tartan Society. Or before that, it was TICA, which is the Tartan Educational Cultural Association. That was actually out of the US. That was the first one that was trying to catalog tartans and their names. So a lot of times, like if you think of LL Bean, they do tartan shirts. And most times, to their credit, they get it right. And they'll do a tartan and they'll call it the correct thing. But there are times when they'll actually do a tartan and just give it a name or call it the wrong name. So it's not, this one, somewhere, the amateur archaeologists that are the members of TICA back in the 1980s and 1970s, were kind of putting things together and saying, okay, well, this tartan, it was in Selfridge's department store. They called it Fraser Dress, so we're going to call it Fraser Dress, and they recorded it as such. So there's no, official, blessing of Fraser clan chief, but one does exist. So that's probably more information than you were actually asking for, but I'm in a generous information mood. Something. Cool. Next.
All right. Do you have any recommendations for tweed colors for Stewart of Butte?
Sure. So, Stewart of Butte. Now, I'm assuming they're doing Stewart of Butte Modern, which is that one right there. So, it is a claret. It's like a darker red and bottle green in there. So, I'm going to show you a few things. You can do, when it comes to tweed to match with tartan, you can do things very, very simply or a bit crazy. So if I'm going to say something, I won't say controversial, but there are plenty of people wearing traditional Highland wear who would absolutely wear a jacket made out of this tweed right here with that tartan, and it would be completely fine. There are people who would wear, any kind of like crazy kind of patterns like that with it, and it would be fine. You could see, imagine if you will, you're at a Highland Games in Scotland, and you have, a clan chief in his, his beautiful daywear jacket in tan kilt hose and a kilt, and then has on a nice patterned tweed jacket with a tattersall shirt and necktie, a club tie. You could see it in your mind's eye. There are plenty of pictures of, 1900s clan chiefs in Scotland and country gents, if you will, wearing tweed to Highland Games in this kind of outfit. Now, a much more conservative type, thought process would be doing a tweed like that, a solid color, dark green, to pick up on the green that's in there. Like, for instance, this is the Mallard and Evergreen tweed from Martin Mills. Another one that we do is the, not Low and Blue, the Highland Green tweed jacket and vest. We actually keep that one in stock. That would be great as an option for that. The ringer that I'll kind of throw you is if you have like gray beard or gray hair, a mid-gray tweed will go great with anything, or a charcoal tweed will go great with anything. So if you have that one kilt, that's your only kilt, you're only ever going to have one kilt, then I would say get the green or something that tones or matches with it. If you have that one, but you're going to get another kilt, or you have 2 or 3 other kilts, then I would say maybe do a gray, like a gray Braemar jacket and vest, especially if you have a little bit of salt and pepper, or if you have gray hair. It really, really makes you look more distinguished. So that's my other tip for you. Good question. Next.
All right, I've got a few requests for Mitchell.
Mitchell. All right. So, Mitchell. There's Mitchell. So we have Mitchell Ancient and Mitchell Modern. Very good, very good. Next.
Right, another question.
Sure.
Where do tartans go when the mill that produces them goes out of business?
Into the ether. They go back to the universe. They become one with nature.
That's beautiful.
It is. It is. No, they don't go anywhere. It's the mill just stops producing the particular thing. Where do cars go when Chevy goes out of business? Nowhere. The cars still exist, and somebody may buy, Chevy may buy the mill and continue weaving tartans. Another mill may say, hey, there's now a hole in the market, and they're going to buy up the old looms from that mill, bring them in, and start producing more cloth. So it's one of those things where the tartan doesn't necessarily go away, so long as it's not a restricted tartan. Now, if you had, for instance, Loch Heron. If Loch Heron has, where is it? So Loch Heron has their Scotland Forever Antique and their Scotland Forever Modern tartans. These are 2 tartans designed by Loch Heron for their exclusive usage. Now, if Loch Heron goes bust, if no one buys the mill, then these would probably stop being produced. So, that said, I'm curious, if Loch Heron wasn't there to police it and wasn't there to say, no, don't weave that, would another mill weave it because there's no one to say no? It's better to ask forgiveness than permission kind of thing. Good question. I don't know if I know the answer, because it really become down to the mill that you asked to weave it and what their ethical feeling on that question is. Like, would Pakistan weave it? Sure, they would absolutely weave it. They'd be like, cool, done. They don't care. But when you go to the likes of House of Egger or Loch Heron, they're more concerned about making sure that they're not stepping on the Scottish Tartan Register's toes and doing something that's a little bit untoward, so to speak. So, good question. Next.
All right. Surname request is for Savage. They want to know if there's any tartans besides County Down.
Yes. Savage is an Irish name found in County Down, as you alluded. It's also a Scottish name commonly found in Edinburgh. So that is the Edinburgh District tartan right there. That's for the surname Savage. Next.
O'Day. O-D-E-A.
O apostrophe D-E-A?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. O'Day is an Irish name commonly found in counties Tipperary and Clare. So we have County Tipperary is that one right there. And County Clare is that one right there. Very good, very good. Next.
This isn't necessarily a question or a surname, but Spirited Phoenix is using us as background noise while they're researching and writing a novel set in historic Scotland. So thanks for taking us along.
So my beautiful Scottish accent has really inspired them.
Yeah.
I am their muse, so to speak.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
of course.
Well, cheers. Good luck with the novel.
All right, question.
If it gets adapted to a screenplay,
Yeah, let us know.
who would play me as an actor? Gerard Butler, of course. Obviously it's the looks. Yeah, no, probably not Gerard Butler. But if it's adapted to a screenplay, hire Kinfolk to write the score for the movie. Great band. Again, if they're still in the comments,
They are.
go check
They
out
just
Kinfolk.
chimed in again.
Yes, go check out Kinfolk, guys.
They want
Next.
to know what Irish names are associated with County Cavan.
What Irish names are associated with County Cavan? Oh, Jesus. I don't have glasses on.
A lot.
Yeah, it's our website doesn't work that way. Oh, actually, no, it does. I'm lying. Hold on.
Rampant lion.
All right, County Cavan. Come here.
I'm coming over.
All right, are you ready, kinfolk? Take a screenshot. There you go, right there, all of them. If you go to our website and search Cavan, just C-A-V-A-N, and then click on the tartan, when you go to the details on the tartan, it'll say names prominent in this county include Attila with 2 L's, Brady, Brogan, Cabe, Cahill, Caldwell, Curl. So there's a whole big long list of names. I'm not going to sit here and read all the names to you. People will get bored and leave. But you can see that on there, as well as some notes about County Cavan. Next.
All right. Kind of a basic question here.
Sure.
What is a tartan?
What is a tartan? A tartan is a pattern of crisscrossed colors at its simplest level. So the tartan is actually the pattern itself. Americans would probably call it plaid. That's incorrect. It's actually tartan. Plaid and essentially means pleated or blanket. But tartan is a repeating pattern across the warp and across the weft of the cloth as it's being woven. The warp is the big long ways thing, and the weft is the shorter version, or distance across the cloth. And a tartan is kind of defined. Here, I'll use the back. Tartan is defined by a color sequence. So if I was going to define this tartan, write out the actual code for it, the DNA, if you will. Let's say we're going to start with 50 green threads is right there, and 12 black, 13 or 12 gold, 20 20 more black or 20 gray, 12 gold or 12 black, 15, 16 white. They're usually even numbers. I keep saying odd numbers for some reason, but they come in even number threads. But once you take that sequence of colors and numbers and line them up this way and then line them up that way, you get a tartan. So a lot of tartans are names that are associated with particular surnames. Going back historically, originally they were just pretty patterns. They evolved into associations with particular surnames. For the most part, early to mid 1800s. There were some that are a little bit older, but most around 1820s, that kind of time frame. And then it's kind of evolved past, I shouldn't say, not past that, but evolved in parallel to that to have other meanings and other tartans for different things, like universal tartans, like American Dream tartan. Here's the Nordic Heritage tartan. So there's symbolism within the colors and the thread count and that kind of stuff now, but that's more of a modern thing. When it was, clan tartans, it was just the clan chief saying, I like that tartan, it's pretty, I approve it. This is the one that we are wearing for the clan. And then it's kind of evolved over time. It is kind of human nature to want to seek out meaning in things, to want to seek a higher, a reason for things to exist, things to be. So it's kind of the natural evolution, in my mind, of tartan itself, is to get deeper and deeper meaning within the thread counts, within the colors, and have more and more symbolism kind of imbued in the cloth from birth, if you will. And that's just kind of how it is evolving over time. So I hope that's an answer to the question, but it went from very, very simple to very, very complex. I've had too much go-go juice. Next.
Flanagan. They're coming for me.
Flanagan. F-L-A, one N or two?
One.
One was the loneliest number. F-L-A-N-I-G-A-N?
It is A-G-A-N.
A-G-A-N. That's why. Maybe. Yes. Got it. Okay. Flanagan is an Irish name commonly found in County Roscommon, County Offaly, and County Fermanagh. Very good, very good. Next.
When creating a new tartan, how do you balance the traditions and histories with the creative process of designing a new pattern that feels authentic and innovative?
That's a very good question. I follow my gut. There's for those that don't know, we're doing something that we call our America 250 collection. We're leading up to America's 250th anniversary in 2026. We started designing tartans for different things. So every other month, we're releasing a new tartan. So on January 1st, the morning, New Year's Day, we are releasing our Spark tartan. So come check that out. We're going to do the whole video thing here on YouTube. Woo, indeed. How do I do it? Is I start with my background is in the culture and is in being a sincere student of the culture. So it's kind of always in the back of my brain. It's just there. It's something that's always the starting point. So when I started designing tartans, it started from that point, and then I just thought, okay, well, what's the story I want to tell in this? What's the meaning that needs to be in this thing? And then gather up my ideas and thoughts with that, and then start coming up with a good design. So generally speaking, making sure that the colors are where I want them to be is the tricky part. Once you have the colors and you just start playing with the design and the numbers within the design, if there's particular meanings to particular number sets or proportions or things like that, you just kind of sit there and play with it. So for me, it's really just a trial and error process of, again, starting with the background in the tradition and making sure that it's feeling authentic, which is kind of it just comes out of me that way. And then, making sure that I'm telling a good story in the new design, and then getting the color palette kind of cemented, and then playing around with the proportions of different lines and sets that I want to use. I've been playing around with a lot of gradient effects in more recent tartan designs, so that's something a little bit more contemporary, a little bit less traditional, but it goes kind of to the evolution of tartans, and it's doing something different because it's not been done before, and exploring new territories within it while still telling a traditional kind of story. So I find it's all a personal balance. It's what balance do I find is different than the balance that you may find, or different balance than Allie may find. Hi, Allie. So I hope that helps. Next.
Surname Seely, Seely.
Seely.
Yeah.
Nothing for the surname Seely, Seely.
Anything for Leinster, Leinster?
Yeah, that's an Irish province. There is a Leinster tartan. I think Loch Heron weaves it. Give me 1 second. Loch Heron. Oops, I pushed a button I shouldn't have pushed. Leinster. Leinster. Okay, come on over. So, this is, I'm going to make it bigger. This is that didn't make it bigger at all. Come on, Loch Heron. What are you doing? There you go.
There it is.
That is the Leinster tartan. It is only available in Loch Heron's 10-ounce fabric. It does exist, beautiful tartan. We can do several things in it, but it is lightweight. Just be aware of that. Next.
Is there any way you can give a hint of something related to anything Texas in that American 50 lineup? American 250.
American
Jeez,
250.
I can't speak.
Yes. There's nothing specifically Texas. When we sat down to do the collection, it evolved. It wasn't just hey, here's an idea, let's do this. It actually started off as, well, let's do tartans for state parks, because that way we can hit the different regions of the U.S. Then we quickly realized how many state parks there were, and then also thought, well, if not that many people go to this state park, who's going to be interested in it? It's just the people from that region. So that kind of put a kibosh on that. We did a poll, a Google poll of a survey of over 1,000 people responded to the damn thing, which frankly is amazing. And I was over the moon with all you guys and responding to something just, because we were trying to figure out, what's the next steps? What do people want to see? And looking at one of the open-ended questions at the end of the survey was, what would you like to see a tartan designed for? And the only one that was regional that really a lot of people mentioned in the comments was the Pacific Northwest. A lot of people wanted to see a PNW tartan. So we did make sure we wanted to do something for that, but we didn't want the America 250 tartan collection to just be geographic or just be, cerebral and, philosophical, or just be, X, Y, or Z. We wanted it to be just kind of an organic thing that could celebrate different parts of our landscape, as well as different types of things that make America what America is. So, if you go to our website, we started off with the E pluribus unum tartan for, unity and, coming together as one. The areas that we picked were Grand Canyon, Pacific Northwest, and Purple Mountain's Majesty. I was trying to do it more for just all mountain ranges, but it ends up that Purple Mountain Majesty is specifically about, it's the Rocky Mountains. But we did Leave No Trace we are going to do Leave No Trace for campers, for hikers, for hunters, for families that like enjoying nature and want to go out and leave leave nature either the same way as you found it or leave it better than you found it for future generations. So things like that, concepts like that, are parts of things that we wanted to include in the collection. We wanted to do county fair for a thing that was like, everybody remembers going to the local carnival or local fair, the traveling, the carny folk that invade your town for 1 week during the summer, and everybody goes to the thing, and it's all your friends, and you're allowed to, run around. Your parents didn't care where you were, just be home by midnight, be home by 10 p.m. And they run around, you get your first kiss behind the tilt-a-whirl. It's like, it's all these memories that we wanted to connect people with. The things that, just cross all the boundaries of what it is to be an American, the experience that it is to be an American, and just leave all the political stuff out of it. Just think about the cool stuff that we can all get behind and rally behind and say, like, yeah, that's awesome. Yes, that thing's cool too. That thing's cool too. So that was kind of the rationale for the beginning of the entire thing was, what experiences do Americans have, or a huge number of Americans have, that anybody can celebrate, whether it's open road and just traveling, whether it's beaches, whether it's, the melting pot thing, whether it's, the county fair, whether it's the American worker and the work ethic that we have in this country. There's all these things that are, I won't say unique to being an American, but definitely help define the American experience. And that's really what we're trying to do. So there's nothing specifically Texas that I can say, yes, this one is for Texans, but it's incorporated in all of it. So I hope that makes sense. Next.
While we're on one of the ones we've done, what about Appalachian folklore?
Sure. Is that hiding back here, I think?
It should be.
Should, yes. This here is the Appalachian folklore tartan, designed by Jillian and Emma for the scary monsters in the Appalachian Mountains. I forget the rationale and all the meaning that they put into it, except for the two red eyes peering out at you through the inky blackness. Yes.
I love Mothman. Thanks.
Yes, indeed. Next.
All right, Bristol.
Bristol.
Yes.
Bristol. Nothing for the surname Bristol.
What about Hilliard? Hilliard.
Hilliard. Nothing for Hilliard.
What about, do we have Scottish National Ancient?
I think, hold on a second. I want to check something out here too. No, nothing for Hilliard there. I'm looking in the tartan register. Scottish National Ancient, I think Strathmore does it. Won't be in this book. Maybe in one of these. I'm going to try to find it. Hold on. Hold on, people. All right, Scottish National Ancient. Where? Somebody does it. Scottish National, there it is, bam.
Wow.
Scottish National Ancient. So there it is in modern, and there it is in ancient. This is Strathmore, so technically they're going to call it old colors, but as far as I'm concerned, that's ancient. So, yes, it is available. Next.
Our Texan friend said they're going to interpret leave no trace as don't mess with Texas.
That's leave no trace, don't mess, where to hide the bodies. Yes, indeed.
Oh, well.
You can think of it that way, sure.
Jen Barry also.
There's probably a lot of places to hide bodies in Texas and Montana. I should move to Montana. Yeah. All right, it's getting dark.
Jen Barry wishes us all a happy new year.
Happy New Year, Jen.
Let's go back up a little bit because I missed some. All right. How about Jones?
Jones, sure. Good Welsh one. And there it is. There's the Jones tartan right there. Next.
McCready?
McCready.
No A.
EEDY or EDY? McCready?
I'll just spell McCreddie.
McCready. IE. Nothing for McCready. McCreddie. Let me try. Hold on, I'm trying something here, guys. All right. No, I can't find anything for McCready or McCready. Sorry. If you know the Irish county that your family is from, put it in the comments and I could look that up.
What
Next.
about McVitie?
MacViddie.
TTIE.
TTIE. McVitie is a Scottish name commonly found in Galloway. And we have the Galloway district tartan right there. Next.
Griffith.
There's another Welsh one. Griffith. That is the Griffith tartan right there. It very much is giving Royal Stewart vibe. So, but brown. How? We're gonna play everyone's favorite game. Rate that tartan. Okay. So, this is the Griffith tartan right there. How do we feel about the Griffith tartan? Got brown, got black running down, down the weft, and blue running across the warp. This is in red, like his big bold red stripes running down the weft, and thinner red running across the warp. How do you guys feel about the Griffith tartan? Rate this on a scale of 1 to 10. 1, thumbs down, don't like it, kill it. 10, best tartan ever, love that brown, love it. So let me know in the comments, 1 through 10 on the Griffith tartan. Next.
All right. Mello or Milo said, great show today, Happy New Year. He'll be here on the 2nd.
Very good.
And request for Isle of Skye.
Isle of Skye, all right, as I'm looking that up.
You want some numbers here?
Sure.
8.5, 6.5, 4, 9, 7, 2, 5. All over the board.
Yeah. That is the Isle of Skye tartan right there. One of the very few purple tartans until Purple Mountain's Majesty comes out in a few months. Next.
Watkins.
Watkins. That's Welsh? I believe that's Welsh. Let me see. Watkins. That is the Watkins tartan right there. Next.
Do we have flashings for Isle of Skye?
Isle of Skye flashes. Not flashing, that's something different.
Yeah.
You need a trench coat.
Yeah.
Yes, we can do Isle of Skye flashes. We don't carry them as stock supported, but we can make them. Takes a day or two. We have those in PV. We can make essentially for regular flash price. If you need it in wool, we can order it in wool. It just costs a little bit more money. Next.
People are rating Isle of Skye, by the way. Most of them are 10s.
Yeah, a lot of people do enjoy the Isle of Skye tartan. I will agree. All right, well, we're going to rate my tartans, or not, that one's not mine. But if we're going to rate tartans, let's rate tartans. Okay, so this is the Nordic Heritage tartan. Let's rate this one, be gentle. This is one that I designed with Eric. This is for those of us of Nordic extraction. Let me know what you think of this one, scale of 1 to 10. 1, Worst ever. You should be put to death for just even suggesting it exists, Rocky.
Okay.
10, best tartan ever. Rocky should be king of all tartan or tartanry. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. All right, next.
Have we ever thought about doing trade-inspired tartans?
Trade-inspired tartans. We have. We've done law enforcement tartan, and we did a firefighter tartan. While I'm looking for those, because they're actually being here. What's the ratings for Nordic?
10, 8, 9, 7.8, 8.5. And also 6.66, because we're feeling demonic today, I guess.
Apparently. Okay, so we have the firefighter memorial tartan is that one right there, and the law enforcement officers memorial tartan is that one right there. So we've done a couple trade-inspired tartans. There aren't too many groups outside of law enforcement and firefighters that really, dig on a mass scale with tartan too much. But yes, we have done those too. Next.
Brown.
Brown.
Oh, we got some more. 10, 8 out of 10. 10, 10, 9.
Okay, those are the right answers. Thank you. This is the Brown Clan tartan right there. Next.
What about Ayrshire District?
Ayrshire, that I can do. Ayrshire. That is the Ayrshire District tartan right there.
Ooh, we have a 3 for Isle of Skye.
3 for Isle of Skye.
I feel like that's the lowest I've seen.
That is, well, if you don't like purple, I get it.
Well, I don't like purple and I like Isle of Skye.
It is a nice tartan. It is well balanced. The colors definitely complement themselves or complement each other. But if you don't like purple, if you don't like purple, I get it. I get it. Next.
What do you think is the most divisive tartan?
The most divisive tartan.
That people either really love or they really hate.
The political answer, which I shouldn't do, but I'll do anyway, would be the Confederate Memorial tartan. The other ones that people either really love or really hate, I would say more people hate it than love it. But I will go with Buchanan Modern as the one that more people hate than love, including Buchanan's. Ooh. But that is the Buchanan Modern tartan. It is very, very primary color, yellow, red, and green. When you move into an ancient color palette, it's not quite as box of Crayola throwing up, but it's a bit bright. My personal favorite in the Buchanan's is the Buchanan Weathered, which definitely tones down the Modern a good bit. So that would be my one that's the most divisive, and people either love it or hate it. There's not a lot in between. So some people do love the bright, bold Buchanan colors. So for those people, God bless you. Bless your heart. Yes.
What about the surname Haley?
Haley, Hailey.
Yep.
Haley, Hailey. Nothing came back for the surname Haley. Let me try just Haley, just for gits and chiggles. Nope, nothing for Haley, Haley either.
Huh. Is there a Northern Lights / Aurora Borealis inspired tartan?
Yes. I believe so. Yeah. I think I've seen a different one. There's one designed in 2017, and I'm waiting for the Tartan Register's website to move here.
Hooray.
Trying to bring it up, blah, blah, blah. Come on. This one was designed in 2017. It is a private tartan, so it's one that's, for a particular company. But that's the only one that's popping up for Northern Lights. There may be one, Aurora Borealis, Aurora. Is that how you spell Aurora?
Yep.
Yeah, I believe so too. We'll see if there's anything that pops for Aurora. But no, I'm meh on that one. Yeah, there's an Aurora Borealis. okay. It's not horrible. It's not great. It kind of gets the job done. It is, as they say, it does what it says on the tin. So again, don't love it, don't hate it. It's kind of okay. So yes, one does exist. This one, both of them, frankly, have restrictions, so you'd have to contact the actual person who designed it to get something out of it. Next.
Anything for the surname Potts, Potts.
Potts. Potts. Nothing for the surname Potts.
Colton also is joining us. He's chiming in saying McLeod has strong opinions on it as well.
That was the other one that I was going to do for the strong opinion, and I'm assuming you do not mean the McLeod hunting. I'm assuming he's talking about the McLeod, aka McLeod of Lewis, or McLeod dress. That's another one that definitely has strong opinions. Either you love that bright yellow, or you don't. You're very Bumblebee-esque in that one. But yep, he's right. That's another one with strong opinions on it. Next.
Do we have the Buchanan Autumn tartan?
That is a tweed. Where's Mark Mills? Yes, we have it somewhere. Oh, speaking of Aurora Borealis, that could almost be an Aurora Borealis tweed-like thing. I'm looking for the Buchanan tweed. Trying to think which book it's in. There it is, right on top. Bam.
Nice.
That is the Buchanan, aka Autumn tartan, right there.
Nice.
Yeah. Next.
Surname Hannah.
Hannah.
Yes.
Ian took the book.
Oh.
So, did he put it back? No. Of course he didn't put it back. Why would he put it back?
Oh.
I'm only a little jealous.
There you go. So, can I? Yeah, I don't think Ian has the book, so I can't show it to you. That is the Hannah tartan right there. Next.
Is the clergy tartan specific to any particular region?
Region? No. Let me see. Clergy and Clark tartan were kind of done together. Yeah, when you're looking through, here, come on over. So, clergy, this is in the Scottish Tartan Register. Clergy and Clark were, literally designed as the same thing. Unknown date, this is more commonly seen version of clergy. It's the same as Clark, but with light blue for white and change of the pivot between double lines. The manufacturers sell this version as Clark. So there's not a lot of notes on the history of the clergy tartan. Clergy green lines. First known specimen was from the Clans Original, a book found in Paris in 1880. So, yeah, no, it's not for a particular region. No, it's just for men of the cloth, so to speak. Next.
Surname Tully. Tully.
That sounds very English. No, I'm lying. Holy, I need to shut my mouth. I am incorrect. So, Tully is a Scottish name. I knew an English guy whose last name was Tully, Christopher Tully. It's a Scottish name commonly found in Aberdeen, which is that one right there. And it's also an Irish name commonly found in County Fermanagh and County Kevin. Very good. Next.
What about the surname Cusick? Cusick.
Cusick. Cusick. I want to put two S's in there for some reason, because nothing's coming up with Cusick with one S. Now, nothing for Cusick with one S or two.
It was
Sorry.
one.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I'm checking it both ways just to be safe. Unfortunately, nothing for that one. Next.
Trainer with a Y.
Traynor.
Yes.
Trainer is an Irish name commonly found in County Meath. That is the County Meath tartan right there.
What about the lunar tartan?
Lunar, I don't think we have any here anymore. because I think we are out of it. Lunar was a tartan that we did as a custom weave, and it was only for a limited time run. So that one we are all out, have no more, that's what the dealers do in Vegas and stuff, I think.
Sure.
So unfortunately, no, I can't show you that one. Well, I can show it to you. Let me see this. Lunar tartan. Details register. Did anyone do it on? Trying to look. Oh, here. I found a video. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that handsome guy right there with the lunar tartan. So this, I'm going to blow it up a little bit for you.
Wow.
Yeah, that's big. That's my head too big. So that is the lunar tartan. I wish I would get out of the way. But yeah, that's the lunar tartan right there. That was back. That video is from back when we did the custom run of it almost a year ago.
You guys should also check out our other shorts while you're there.
Yes, indeed. And I want to know how you found us. Did you find us through watching shorts here on YouTube, and you're just scrolling through and you came across my live stream with this smiling face, and you decided to stick around for some reason? If so, let me know in the comments. Yes, I found you just from scrolling through in the shorts. And if you did, please give us a sub. We always appreciate it. If you found us because you already subscribed to us and you got a notification, let me know that in the comments. Or if you found this because I posted stories and stuff over on Facebook and Instagram, let me know in the comments how you figured out we were doing a live right now. Did you stumble across us in the shorts feed? Did you get notified through YouTube? Or did you see our story on Facebook or Instagram? Let me know. Next tartan.
Edmonstone.
Edminstone.
M-O-N.
Edmonstone.
Edmonstone.
Edmonstone. Nothing for Edmonstone.
How about Scoggins?
Skoggins.
C-O-G-G-I-N-S.
Scoggins. Nothing for Scoggins either.
What about County Sligo?
County Sligo. Yes. County Sligo is that one right there. Next.
People are saying notification. How
Okay.
they found out about us. Someone, Bear the Bear, found us looking for Irish brats, cloaks, online. Our channel ended up in the Google feed for that somehow.
Excellent. I think we did a question about it a long time ago, but awesome.
I've been watching for years, found the stream, just kind of waiting for it, I guess. Subscribed, follow the Facebook page, got the notification, and saw the Facebook story. Yeah.
Awesome. Excellent. And boys and girls, what we are doing is we are connecting people with their heritage. So if anyone in your family tree is from Ireland, Scotland, or Wales, put the surname of that person down in the comments, and we're going to look up if there's any tartans associated with your name, or you can just ask us questions. Whatever you want to know, I will be here to give you answers to all of life's mysteries, or as many as I know, which is like 3. That's it. I know 3 answers.
Great.
Next.
All right. Our Edmonstone friend also has a spelling variation of Edmiston.
Edmiston?
Yes.
No E.
No E.
Edmiston. Nothing for Edmiston either.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Macbeth?
Macbeth, B-E-A-T-H?
Yes.
Okay, Macbeth is a sept of Macbean and MacDonald and MacLean. All right, so I'll show you. So this is for Macbeth, B-E-A-T-H, is a sept of Macbean, that's Macbean Ancient, and Macbean Modern. And then MacDonald. It's also a sept of MacDonald. So we have MacDonald Ancient, MacDonald Modern, and MacDonald Weathered. Very good. Next.
What about the surname Mains?
M-A-I-N-S.
M-A-I-N-S.
M-A-I-N-S. Mains. Nothing for Mains spelled that way. I'm going to try to spell it a couple different ways just to see what happens. All right, nothing for the surname Mains spelled multiple ways.
What about Billings?
Billings.
Yeah.
Nothing for the surname Billings.
All right, Clan Scott.
Clan Scott. Got it. All right, Scott. So we have Scott Black and White. We have Scott Green Ancient. We have Scott Green Modern. We have Scott Green Weathered. That's actually the tartan I wore for my wedding. And we have Scott Red Modern. Nice. Next.
All right. What if they know there's a registered tartan for their name, but they don't find it with us? How do you go about getting it made?
What did they say what tartan it was?
It's the Edmiston.
Edmiston.
Yes.
All right. Edmiston.
Yeah.
All right. Come on over. So, look up in the register here, or up in the, see, I'm searching for Edmiston, Edmiston. Nothing came back on the Scottish tartan register. So, if there's, I would be a little leery. There's one company who shall remain nameless, but you can figure it out pretty easily. They have a tartan designer on their website. This isn't USA Kilts. This isn't me talking about myself. This is me talking about a different company. They have a tartan designer on their website, and they will show you all the tartans that have been designed on their website. So if my last name is Edmiston, I'm going to type in, I'm going to design a tartan. I'm going to call it Edmiston. If you go to search on their website for Edmiston, it's going to show up like it's a legitimate tartan, but it's a tartan that was some guy named Edmiston designed and, and obviously didn't register because it's not in the Scottish Tartan Registry, but designed it and has it on their website. That doesn't mean there's any officiality to it. You could design your own Edmiston tartan, or Edmond Stone tartan was the other name you gave us, and register it and do something more interesting. So I'd be a little leery if you just find the tartan somewhere and say, yes, this is the thing for the thing, because I saw it on a website at some point. Yeah, take it with a little bit of a grain of salt. Send us an email, sales@usakilts.com. We'll try to walk you through, you show us exactly where you saw it and that kind of thing. And I want to make sure you're getting something that is actually linked to your heritage if you want it to be linked to the heritage. Or B, if you want to design your own tartan, we'll help you design a tartan. We'll show you how to do it on our website, and you can register it yourself if you want to register it yourself. So there's a lot of working parts there, but even if it's not us, send an email to a reputable dealer and ask them, hey, can you help me get this thing to exist? And a reputable dealer will walk you through it and explain the different reasons why you should or shouldn't do particular things. Cool. Next.
Hamilton.
I just don't like it when people get taken advantage of or buy something that they don't, it's not what they thought it was. So that is the Hamilton Green Ancient, Hamilton Green Modern, and Hamilton Red Modern. Miss Kristen.
McCormack.
McCormack?
Yes.
Hold on. I want to say McCormack is a sept of Buchanan. Is it this one that I'm thinking it's right here? No, it's McCorkdale. Damn it. McCormack is a sept of Buchanan, and it's also found in Galloway. So, I'll show you the Buchanan tartans here. We have Buchanan Ancient, Buchanan Modern, Buchanan Weathered, Buchanan Hunting Modern, and Buchanan Old, Weathered, and Buchanan Blue. Next.
Mahoney.
Say it.
Mahoney.
Mahoney.
Yes.
Mahoney is an Irish name commonly found in County Cork. How's my battery doing there on my phone?
That's a good question. It's not showing up right now.
Let me try.
50%.
There you go.
Thank you.
That is County Cork tartan right there. Next.
All right.
And how many people do we have?
There's 50 people with us right now.
Nice.
Are there any universal tartans that you really enjoy?
Any universal tartans that I really enjoy. Full disclaimer, I am biased because I designed multiple tartans. So I'm going to show you some of them that I designed that I do really enjoy. So first one is our American Dream tartan, which the mannequin has on here. So whether you fully enjoy the tartan jacket and vest or not, I love the tartan itself. That one we put a lot of thought into, a lot of meaning into. My other one that it's really growing on me more and more. I don't have a kilt in it yet, but I'm about to. Is our E pluribus unum tartan. The one thing that I like playing around with in tartan design, and I appreciate tartans that have this in their design as well, is multiple shades of the same color. So if you look closely at this area, there's actually 3 shades of blue in here. There's the navy blue, there's a medium, like an ancient blue, and then a lighter blue. So there's 3 shades of blue in the tartan. In American Dream, I have 3 shades of blue, 3 shades of red. In, what's it called? The Grand Canyon tartan that I recently did, I have 2 shades of red and 2 shades of gold and tan in there. So one thing that I really have started digging on is tartans with more than one of the same color. So shades of red, shades of blue, shades of green, whatever. That to me, it gives it more of an interest and more of an appeal to me. So those 3 are ones that I'm really keen on that I did it myself, but ones that I liked. But I'll show you another one. Was it Dundee Old? I don't know why I like this one, but I do. It has navy blue and light blue, and it has like this magenta and orange color right in there. So it's the district tartan for Dundee, and I don't know, it's an interesting tartan. Now, if you don't like orange, you're not gonna like it, but it's an interesting design. Good question. Next.
Johnson.
Johnson is going to be a spelling variant of Johnston. So we have Johnston Ancient, Johnston Modern, and Johnston Weathered. Next.
McCown.
Spell it.
M-C-C-O-W-N.
M-C-C-O-W-N. Nothing for the surname McCown. If you know the county that your family is from, put that in the comments so we can look it up for you.
How about Healy?
H-E-A?
L-Y. Yep.
L-Y. Healy is an Irish name commonly found in Kerry and Cork. So we have the County Kerry tartan right there. And, County Cork tartan right there. Next.
All right. Just because we haven't seen it yet, can we see German Heritage?
Sure.
Rich says he really likes E pluribus unum and German Heritage.
See, that's another one. It's I designed German Heritage, but the reason I did it the way I did it again is it has this nice claret, muted red and a nice scarlet red in there, just kind of as a little punch of an accent. But this is the German Heritage as well. Here we go. Let's get this one. Let's rate this one. Everyone's favorite tartan game. Rate the tartan. Allie, scream it. Rate that tartan.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Good job, Allie. So this is the German Heritage tartan right here. This is one I designed, I want to say in like 2005, 2006, somewhere in there. And it's basically, there is a German national tartan, but it's also known as Eichelmann number 5. It is very, very red, yellow, and red and black with a yellow stripe. I wasn't a big fan, so I designed the German Heritage to kind of mute the colors, bring it down a little bit. So this is the German Heritage tartan. I want to know what you guys think of this one. Rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. 1, you hate it, I should be hung and drawn and quartered for having designed it. Or 10, best one ever, and you want to get married in it, you love it, and want it to line your casket. Allie, what do you think of the German Heritage tartan?
I love the German heritage.
Rate it 1 to 10. Be honest. Don't save my feelings.
It's an 8. It's not my absolute
It's an
favorite.
8?
It's not my favorite compared to something like Spark. But
Available January 1st.
Oh,
but it's deep enough and bright enough at the same time. I think it's well balanced.
Okay. She gave it an 8. See, now, as I don't even know if I'd give it an 8 anymore. I think I'm going like 7.4 on that design there. It's good, it's solid, I agree, it's balanced, but I'm not going full 8 on it. She's just kissing him up. She's like, hey, it's an 8, you're my boss.
No, that was honest.
I know, I'm joking. So, what did the people out there rate it?
let's see.
Sorry, I'm rambling too much.
8, 9. 6.9, 9, 7. 8, 10, 6, 8, 10.
Yeah, it's okay. So it's where Allie and I are. We're right there with it. Okay. Very good, very good. Next one.
Do we have Little of Morton Rig?
Do we have Little of Morton Rig? What kind of kilt company would we be if we didn't have Little of Morton Rig? Right here, in the flesh. This part and swatch right here. Bam. And I say it in that way to be cocky. Me, cocky, never happen. But the Clan Little Society in the U.S. Actually partnered with us recently to do the Little of Morton Rig tartan. So we are the only place that has this as stock supported. So if you want to get the Clan Little tartan, you can get it through us, and only through us, unless you have a custom woven. But that's going to cost a lot more money. Or check it out on the website, usakilts.com. Next,
McCutcheon.
spell it.
McCutcheon.
McCutcheon.
Yeah.
I put a K in there for some reason. All right, McCutcheon is a sept of MacDonald. So we have, show you a few different MacDonalds. We have MacDonald Ancient, MacDonald Modern, MacDonald Weathered, MacDonald Clanranald Ancient, MacDonald Clanranald Modern, MacDonald Clanranald Weathered, MacDonald Dress Ancient, MacDonald Dress Modern, and MacDonald Dress Weathered. Bam. Next.
Did we do Nichols?
No. Nichols is going to be AKA Mac Nichols, AKA Nicholson. So I have Nicholson Hunting Ancient, Nicholson Hunting Weathered, and Nicholson Red Modern. And bonus points if you know that Nicholson Hunting is also Cunningham Hunting. Next.
Corcoran.
Corcorhan?
No H.
Corcoran.
Yep.
There we go. All right, Corcoran is an Irish name commonly found in counties Tipperary, County Offaly, and County Fermanagh. Next.
McClure.
McClure.
Yes.
McClure is a sept of MacLeod of Harris, aka MacLeod Hunting. Where are we? MacLeod Hunting. There we go. We have MacLeod Hunting Ancient, MacLeod Hunting Modern, and MacLeod Hunting Weathered. It's all for the surname McClure. Next.
What tweed would you recommend for Clan Mitchell?
Mitchell. Ancient or modern?
They did not say.
They need to say. How am I supposed to know? So, is it Mitchell Ancient or Mitchell Modern? I'm going to stall for a second while I get the swatch here. So, we have Mitchell Ancient, which is that one right there, and Mitchell Modern, which is that one right there. If it was the guy from earlier, he said that he got a PV kilt in Mitchell. So, let's assume that it's Mitchell Modern, which is that one there. So, follow me. And let me know if they
I will
come back and say, no, it's the ancient one. So, the three stock tweeds that we have, just call us up, order one, boom, done, out the door, are Loman blue, which is this one right here. That's a nice navy blue. It goes great with essentially all modern tartans, whether it's Home Modern, which is there, or Galbraith Modern or Mitchell Modern there, whether it's Johnston Modern, bam, it goes with it. It just looks good, period.
I'm going to ruin your speech here.
It's
ancient.
Okay, that's fine. Bam, slip over to ancient. See, the beautiful thing about blue is it's very forgiving. So a Loman blue would still look nice with that. This is Highland green. This is one of the stock tweeds that we have. It looks very good with both modern as well as ancient color palettes. So this one would go very well with either. This is the gray Braemar jacket and vest that we have. This goes great with anything. Doesn't matter what the tartan is. This thing looks great, especially if you have a little bit of gray hair, a little gray beard. This looks really, really good on a lot of guys. Trying to think if there's any here. Let's go over here real quick. So this is a Love It green, which is like a light green with a little bit of blue fleck in it. That'll go really well with the ancient color palette as well. So I'd say either Love It green or Highland green are the safe matchy bets. You can also get really creative with it and do some different colors as well, but those are the safe ones that you look like you got dressed purposefully, not in the dark. Cool.
All right.
Anything else we need to show people while we're walking around?
What would you recommend as accessories for women?
For women, accessories for women. We have backpacks and bags. Those are great, just general Celtic accessories. Are they looking for what types
wear
of
with
accessories?
a kilt.
With a kilt, okay. Tweed bags go with a kilt, period, yes. We have leather bags. So leather bags with Celtic knotwork on them. That's all made in Ireland. Those are beautiful, beautiful bags. We have a ton of Celtic jewelry. So whether it's, Swarovski crystal Trinity knot, whether it's Tree of Life stuff, whether it's a Celtic cross, whether it's just, beautiful knotwork kind of things. Those go great with a kilt. It also depends on like the length of the kilt. So if it's a longer kilt, I'd say a longer shawl or a longer sweater or something like that could look good. If it's a mini kilt, it would look a little obscene if it's closed. So, not sure. Anything else, Kristen? Anything you can think of to wear with a kilt? Sash?
Sash, brooch. We also have someone asking about accessories to go with an air stitch, if that helps you at all. Or hinders you, I don't know.
I think it hinders me. I'm not
All right, never mind.
super versed in the air stitch land. What accessories to wear with it.
Well, let me just look at these barouches while we're here.
Okay. Feel free to indulge in the brooches. I will grab some of the swatch books that Ian put over here and didn't put back. How dare he? Okay.
All right.
All right. Other questions?
When is our next live?
Our next regular live is going to be this coming Friday. It'll be, on here on YouTube. It's going to be me. I think Eric is co-chair on it, and I believe Mac is going to be the MC. So that'll just be our normal, Q&A live that we normally do on the old YouTubes. Yes. Other questions?
All right. I'm going to a New Year's party, and I'm wondering what a kilt would look like and what decade would be best for a kilt. For decade-specific party.
What decade are they trying to do?
They're asking if you have an idea.
How formal is the event? Because if it's like formal, like black tie, kind of hosh posh, bagosh, kind of party, then I'd say a Prince Charlie jacket and vest with a dress sporran and a pair of either buckle brogues or wingtips or ghillie brogues, maybe even diced hose. I'm just trying to think
It's
like
a casual event.
casual event. Then I have no idea.
I feel like you could pull off 80s with it, depending on your colors of your kilt.
Yeah, the colors would definitely, fluorescent.
Yeah, if it's like a Glendor, I feel like that's easier. You can put a leather jacket on it,
Yeah,
big
get the
combat boots.
Roddy Piper vibe.
Yes.
Okay, I see where you're going. I see where you're going. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about a particular, decade. I would just wear the kilt and then wear the other clothes that would incorporate into the outfit of the decade. So like Kristen was just saying, if you're going to go 80s, then, wear your kilt and wear a fluorescent orange or fluorescent yellow shirt. Just go 80s and then, get a mullet, rock that. There you go. That's my suggestion. Fluorescent yellow shirt and a mullet with your kilt.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is Scott Green weathered, in case we wanted to know. It's a great kilt.
Then if it's a great kilt, you're kind of stuck to decades of the 1700s. So don't know what casual
course.
t-shirts they would have been wearing in the 1700s, but good luck with that. Next.
What's your resolution for 2025?
My resolution for 2025 is, I don't really have one, but I would say company resolution is to put out more content and do more stuff. And Kristen's like both doing this and shaking her head yes, and internally going, damn it, that's my job.
No.
Job security, Kristen, it's fine. Put out more content, be more, and shorter form content, more casual off the cuff kind of things like we're doing here, like we're doing on the TikToks, like shorts, that kind of thing. That's what I want to do more and more of, just be more in little ways. Well, omnipresent, yes, but in little ways help connect people with the heritage, not just have their full sit down things, not have the big, huge, fancy production videos, but just more omnipresent and little ways to help people connect. So that's my goal.
Nice.
Next.
What style of kilt would you recommend for a groom?
What style of kilt would I recommend for a groom? It's really more about the accessories and the way that, what type of jacket and vest and things like that you have with the outfit that makes it formal or casual. So for the kilt, my standard pattern is, especially if it's for your wedding, buy the best kilt that you can afford. Don't break the bank. Don't take a second mortgage on the home to try to afford a kilt. But there are very few times in life that I've bought something that is expensive and thought to myself, I should have bought the cheaper one. But there are plenty of times when I cheaped out on something. I bought something because I was like either on a budget or I was like, I'm not going to wear it that much. I'm not going to use it that much. I'll just buy the cheap one. Then I'm like, man, I really should have gotten the better one. This one isn't what I wanted. And if you're spending, $200 or $100, you might as well spend $300 and get the one that's exactly what you want. Or if you're going to spend, $500, get the one that is going to mean the most to you, especially if you're going to want to hand it down, especially if you're going to want it to have, for your wedding, you want to have the nicest one and you're going to use it more often after the fact. I would say if you can swing it, the baseline for me for a wedding would be a 5-yard wool kilt, but I would probably do a top stitched or a premier 8-yard wool kilt for a wedding. And then you can kind of pad out your outfit later on if you want to get a second kilt because you're going to go to the Highland Games or you're going to do a pub crawl or whatever, and you're worried about it getting ruined, then you buy a cheaper kilt and then you wear the cheaper kilt to the cheaper events where you're going to get it wrecked or going to get stuff spilled on it, or you're going to get a turkey leg grease on it at the Ren Fair or whatever. You get a cheaper kilt for that and you wear your nicer kilt for the fancy events. That's my take on it. Cool. We'll do one more. Oops, I pushed a button. We'll do one more and then we got to log off because I think my phone's going to die.
Great.
So give me one more.
Kelly.
That's surname Kelly. Got it.
Yes.
EY or Y?
Why? I'm
Kelly.
sorry, not your wife.
Kelly's asking, when are you going to be home? I haven't seen you in weeks. I went out to get the milk. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
I'm joking. All right. So Kelly is an Irish surname, commonly found in counties Wicklow, County, Tyrone, County Meath, County Kildare, Galway, 2 more, down, and where is it? Where is it? Derry. There you go. That's for the surname Kelly. All right, boys and girls, thank you very much for joining us. Remember, on January 1st, 10 a.m., we are dropping our video for the Spark tartan. It's going to be available. It's the brand new tartan for a brand new year. New resolutions, new you. Spark tartan is about inspiration and what moves us to action. I can't wait for you guys to check out that video. I'm really, really psyched about this design. A lot of people internally here have given us good feedback about it, so I'm hoping you guys are going to dig it as much as we do. So until next time, boys and girls, Slán Java.